100 naira eko. Estan bus eko.
Good morning, viewers. You're welcome to another exciting edition of the program Lagos This Morning. Today being the 29th of March 2023, we're going to be discussing recent news topics in Lagos State, cutting from political topics to entertainment and also sports as well. But before then, I am Olajide Taufik Olamide, and with me here is my ever pretty co-host.
Yesterday did not introduce me, but anyway, I forgive you. Hello, viewers. You're welcome. Good morning to you all. You're welcome to the program this morning, Lagos This Morning. And we are here to serve you hot and interesting political news. And of course, we'll be diving into entertainment a little bit because there is this story is making rounds, you know. Yes, I am Gladys Aluze. You're welcome to the show.
Okay, so before we set the ball rolling, let's take a look at the top stories for today. Let's take a look at the top stories quickly.
Yes, PDP crisis. Are you out? Damagum party platform won't affect. Oh my goodness. Okay, are you out? Named acting chairman Dazam Damagum.
Yeah, those elected on Labour Party's platform won't defect. Abure.
Actress Foluke Daramola Sholako berates Nigerian youths on social media.
Lagos State government announces an end to the 50% discount on transportation fare.
Yes, on the next one, NLC suspends plans nationwide strike over naira scarcity.
Wow. No one can chase you away from Osun State, Adeleke assures Aregbesola.
Fake LASMA officer bags 2-year jail term.
Yeah, those LASMA officials actually revealed that they make up to 35,000 naira every day.
No wonder.
So that's
why we shouldn't really blame all of them we see, because most of them on the road are fake, right?
Some of them are fake. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, don't disappoint Abia people. Group tells OT.
Please don't disappoint Abia people indeed. Okay, court cases won't stop handover to Tinubu Shetima coming from federal government. Hamzat
gives verdict on calls for MC Oluomo'S arrest.
But the judge slams Bayo Onanuga over anti-Igbo remarks.
And the last one here, and the most controversial story I think so far this week. Singer Portable blows out as police invade his office. All right.
I'm a babu.
You are not a babu.
That's what he said.
You're a human being.
That's what he said. So I was quoting Portable.
And you're not living in the zoo. You are in the studio. All right, before we go into the stories of the day, into the main topic of the day, let's take a look at the weather reports. Let's take a look at the weather report in major cities across Nigeria. We'll be back.
Yep.
Alright guys, welcome back to the program Lagos This Morning. If you're watching us, you can click on the like button while we watch us. Alright, let's go straight to the traffic update around Lagos State, around Lagos cities. Let's take a look at the traffic update right here. Otedola Iyano Oworo traffic update right now as of this time this morning. Vehicular movement from Otedola Bridge connecting Secretariat down to toll gate is perfectly okay. Beyond toll gate en route motorway Ojota Bridge, Estate, Alakpere, Ogudu, Ifako down to car wash is a smooth journey.
Yes, from car wash inward island is also good to go, while the returning journey from Badaga Bridge and Oluomo'S connecting car wash down to Secretariat is in a better shape. Isolo
access as a result of the ugly incident that occurred at Total Bridge. Igomu Bridge inward Sifax is a standstill situation right now. Brewery inwards Ijora is also a standstill situation. Sifax inwards Ijora 7-up roundabout is a standstill situation as well. Alaka inwards Ijora is building up heavily. Eco Bridge inwards Ijora Olopa is heavily busy.
Yes, same goes to Ijora Olopa inward Ijora Oloye High Bridge and Ijora 7-up roundabout. Total Bridge inward Ijora Olopa to connect Ido and Kata Bridge is moving appreciably.
Yeah, let's go straight to Oluwo. Movement from Adekunle 3rd Mainland Bridge inwards Adeniji down to Loma is slow and steady due to the early morning rush. Sura Sangros to connect High Court is good as well. Ascending Simpson Bridge to link Osborne is good to go. Obalende Bridge stretched down to Marina Bridge to Akpongbon is in good shape. The return journey from Akpongbon Bridge to link Outer Marina is also in good shape. CMS to connect Odunlami intersection is as well appreciable.
Yes, CMS train terminal to link State House and route Mikwen Bridge is appreciable too. Ascending Obalande Bridge to link Ilubirin Ilonjo stretched down to Adekunke 3rd Mainland Bridge is in good shape. Impediment is negative for now.
You've murdered the old streets.
Yes, they understand what I'm saying. They'll manage it like that.
Okay. All right, Lekki Aja traffic update is a good traffic flow ascending and descending the Aja Jubilee Bridge this morning towards Ilaje, but it gets slightly busy from Landmark to VGC.
Okay, immediately after Northwest, it's good movement inwards Ikota and Conservation Toll Plaza, but again gets busy inward Chevron. Chevron to Igbo, Ifon and Jakonde is busy now due to high early morning influx and alternations at the intersections. Jakonde to Chisco and Chisco to Ekate and Mawa all still good to go for now, apart from the traffic signal light alternations. The return journey of Mawa back to Aja is good to go. No impediments recorded at this moment.
Yeah, on Dokpemu axis is appreciable movement from Yanokpaja, Adialu, Pako, Goye intersection, Dokpemu underneath the bridge to Cement. Goye intersection inwards Alaguton, Alimosho Road to connect Moshalashi inwards and outward is also good to go. Dokpemu underneath the bridge to Akowonjo roundabout, Shasha roundabout, Sele, Shobo, Kwara, Jimof, Organizer, Mycom, Bakery, Daramola, Ogunlano to connect Egbeda is still encouraging.
Yes, return journey from Egbeda to connect Lagos Abeokuta Expressway and Dokpemu
Swifa, Oniwaya, Agbotikuyo axis is in good shape for now. No record of any impediment for now. Ejigbo traffic update. Traffic is busy at Ikotun Road roundabout and intersection due to communal and commercial buses activities, and the narrowed path of Synagogue Ojuodu is slow but moving. Traffic is good from Ilewe through Sele Egbe Bridge to Iyano Ejigbo Junction.
Yes, the NNPC Junction and Mubostik Junction are receiving high volume of vehicles, but the locations are still accommodating, and the Jakonde Estate Gate Junction is accessible towards Oke-Afa area, even though it's also busy as well.
The return journey is also good as well. No record of breakdown as our officers are right there to do the needful. All right, that is that on the traffic update. Let's go straight to the newspaper front pages. Yes. We have a lot of interesting stories today from NLC, backing down from the strike they said they were going to go for. I actually think NLC didn't have this. They don't have the intention of really going for strike. They just wanted to mount pressure on the CBN.
To ginger the CBN.
And they've actually, achieved their aim, because right now, I withdrew little box of money as of yesterday, and then they only charged me 200 naira.
Okay, POS?
Yes, POS. So I think about, let's just say 1.5 or so.
I actually withdrew 2K yesterday with 100 naira.
100 naira,
yes.
Can you see?
So everything is getting back.
So I think the POS guys now, they are now on the receiving end. Last, everybody have chopped breakfast.
I've seen series of skits where people are saying that people that will go to Hellfire and POS people are inclusive. So.
All right, we have we have the newspaper in front of us right now. The Punch, front page of the Punch. Let's have it.
Yes, right on the front page of the Punch newspaper, we have suspension. Are you head to court as PDP appoints acting chairman? Are you wants court to overturn suspension? Damagum to run party pending judgment. And PDP recorded worst electoral outing under AU. Embattled share weak. Gone for good. That's coming from the 5G governance.
All right, court cases won't stop handover to Tinubu, Shetima, federal government.
Stop fuel subsidy, revive refineries. Pengassin tells government.
Labour shelf strike gives CBN fresh 2 weeks ultimatum. Federal government $22 billion loan request rejected, according to reps. Zenith Bank grows gross earnings by 24% to 945.5 billion naira.
Rampaging Ogun, kidnappers kill to abduct couple.
1 dies, 7 injured as fire got Lagos market.
Yes, on Ramadan, Yobe reduces working hours for civil servants.
Don't they reduce working hours across the federation? All right, let's go straight to The Nation, the next newspaper right here with us. The Nation, RU steps aside as PDP national chairman. National Working Committee appoints Damagun to act. Wike is gone.
Yes, Buhari says Tinubu well placed to perform as president.
Okay, President-elect nominees Bagudu Edun join Transition Council.
Labour chiefs plan strike over naira scarcity for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we don't have much on that front page. Let's go to Blueprint. The next one right here, Blueprint. On
the front page of the Blueprint newspaper, we have Ayu Steno, unmitigated disaster, we are vindicated.
On 10th Senate, APC will be fair in zoning arrangement. That's coming from Musa.
Yes, Buhari flags of Nasarawa oil drilling. Ebenyi a well.
Yeah, on Lagos Market Inferno, NEMA confirms 1 dead, 7 injured, and 4 arrested.
Tinubu nominates Bagudu Wale Edun into Transition Council.
On Kaduna Abuja train attack, 1 year after, KDSG accounts for victims' items.
All right, moving on to the next newspaper front page is News Direct. And right on the front page, we have Zenith Bank records 24% impressive double-digit growth in gross earning in 2022.
Okay, on Lagos Guba Post, the will of the people prevailed. Hamzat, the deputy governor of Lagos State.
Yes, NCDMB pushes for increased women CEOs in oil industry.
Wow. We will
and I'm here, you know.
We will oppose interim government, Senator Adeyeye.
Galaxy Backbone seeks EFCC's collaboration on cyber security training.
All right, I'll remain responsive and empathetic, Abdulrazak tells Quarans.
Okay, we will oppose interim government, Senator Adeyeye.
Yeah, we don't have much on the front page of the News Direct. Let's go to Nigerian Tribune.
Yes, on the front page we have Afenifere sacks 2 principal officers. This own statement against Iwayamu describes presidential poll as sham.
Nothing will truncate handover of power on May 29. Federal government as Tinubu nominates Kebbi Governor Wale Edun into Transition Council.
Yes, yesterday we had a record of Balogun, part of Balogun markets being on fire. So we have a report saying 7 injured as fire got buildings in Balogun market.
Yeah, also the Labour shelves planned strike gives CBN 2 weeks to make Naira notes available. We have the Naira note is now available in our banks, but not still like, you know, before the Naira, you know, redesign and the likes when it started. But I believe by maybe next week, by the end of this week till, you know, beginning of next week, I believe we won't have issues with the Naira note anymore.
I pray so. Amen. Okay, moving on. CSOs to INEC accounts for 400 billion naira spent on general elections. That's quite too much. Quite too much. 400 billion naira?
Spent,
oh my goodness, on general election. What did they do actually? Because I don't know.
Well, I think they should start giving accounts. But even if they come out to give their accounts, who is going to vet it? That's the same set of people who actually give them the money, or you know, the same people in the system.
That
are
is
they
why,
the ones that are going to vet it?
That is why everybody believes that the system is corrupt, and nobody tends to believe anything that comes out of them. So.
All right, moving on to the front page of The Guardian.
Yes, subsidy removal plan raises anxiety as Labour breaks rank.
Dogua's case file no longer with police. To get more on that, you can go to page 4 of today's The Guardian.
Yes, Tinubu cancels 71st birthday for national prayer.
All right. PDP obeys court order, replaces RU with Damagum.
Labour suspends strike, CBN picketing to monitor cash flow for 2 weeks.
All right, Zenith Bank grosses 945.5 billion naira in 2022.
Yes, 1 year after, Kaduna government releases personal belongings to train attack victims. It's actually 1 year already? My goodness. How time flies.
But they should have returned it to them before now.
Maybe they were trying to investigate. You know, they like investigation in our country. So.
Okay, moving on to Daily Independent. Yeah.
Yes, right on the front page of Daily Independence, we have PDP replaces RU with Damagum as national chairman. Your game is up in PDP. Wike mocks your chair RU.
On Benue Northwest senatorial polls, Autumn withdraws petition against APC's ZAM.
Oil drilling kicks off in Nasarawa. Federal government eyes Sokoto bid Abasin's orders.
On 10th Senate, Kalu meets Buhari, whose support for Senate presidency.
Nigeria will earn more money with deregulated oil sector.
24.
I think I like that story. You see it on page 7 of the Daily Independent, actually.
24 die in Niger auto crash.
Yes, 10th Senate. Kalu meets Buhari, whose support for Senate presidency.
Okay, still on the Daily Independent. Ihedioha withdraws from Imo PDP gubernatorial race.
Yes, Benue Northwest senatorial poll. Autumn withdraws petition against APC's ZAM.
Reps extend execution of 2022 capital supplementary budget to June 30th.
Yes, on transition, Tinubu's team joins federal government's delegation to World Bank meeting.
All right, let's move on to Nigeria Standard. The front page of the Nigeria Standard newspaper, we have a Plateau ranks 10th in ease of doing business.
Yes, domestic food prices remain high, coming from World Bank.
Nigeria's unemployment quadrupled since 2015 in Ngigi. When you are the Minister of Labour and Employment, as Chris Ngigi, and you are telling us that Nigeria's unemployment has quadrupled since 2015. What are you trying to say about you being the head of that space? Then that means you should have said, in other words, is saying that he has, don't let me use I because I didn't fail, I've not failed. Like he has failed in carrying out his duty.
Okay, moving on to the next. I believe that it wasn't for me to answer because that's why I wasn't even looking at you. All right, moving on to the next. We have fight corruption decisively, Yoruba coalition.
All right, Osinbajo seeks global synergy on stamping out terrorism.
Yes, human rights abuses, killings worsen in Nigeria, orders.
All right, let's go to the next one, Nature News. Nature News front page, we have On ecosystem regulation, Senate passes motion to establish 10 new national parks.
Yes, we've been told to get ready for 750 naira per litre petrol. Stakeholders tell Nigerians.
Interesting times ahead. All right, 1,200 athletes jostling for honors at Bayelsa Sports Festival.
Yes, Niger Delta communities to sue ExxonMobil Shell for pollution.
Okay, Buhari predicts greater prosperity, flags of oil exploration in Nasarawa State.
Okay, NIMET alerts Nigerians of possible rise in heat level. Please, 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 heat. Heat.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Yeah, let's go to the world of sport. All right, we have Pesero vows to bring glory to Super Eagles. How?
Iwobi resilience got us victory in Bissau.
Ajayi, we have to redeem ourselves after letting Nigerians down.
Okay, Iwobi actually said that resilience got them victory.
Got us
okay,
victory.
resilience, sorry.
After they got to leave, they got lucky with the penalty. It's not as if they actually played well throughout the game, because it's just a 1-0 victory. Although it's 3 points, so either 1-0 or 10-0 is still a win for them, but they didn't really play well. So they need to,
try to be encouraging at least.
No, at least I'm always encouraging.
They won, I agree.
They didn't win convincingly.
But they won.
Unconvincingly.
Okay, on to the next. We have Senegal, South Africa qualify for 2023 AFCON.
Okay, Arsenal's star boy Bukayo Saka to earn 15 million euros a year with the new Arsenal contract. Gallas set ambitious targets for Ghana's winger.
I know you must read that one because you're a Ghana. You are a Ghana. Okay, moving on. Victory in Bissau, confidence booster for remaining AFCON qualifiers, says Eagle right back Osai Samuel.
All right, Aguero fires warning to Arsenal over EPL title race.
Man United plots £8 million bid for Kane.
Likewise, Liverpool submits massive bid for Jude Bellingham of Borussia Dortmund.
Yes, Rashford rejected £400k a week PSG contract.
Fati holds crunch talks over Barcelona future. Yeah, is that all we have for the newspaper front page today? Yeah, that's all we have for the newspaper front page today. The top story, the major headline for today is Hamzat gives verdict on calls for MC Oluomo'S arrests. So
yes, before we get into that, before we go into that report, let's go on a short break. We'll be right back.
All right, stay tuned. Keep watching Flip TV. By the time we come back, we will be here with our in-house analyst. He will be shedding more light on some of these headlines, and you would have the opportunity to call in and make your contributions as well. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned to Flip TV. We'll be right back.
Nigeria, my fatherland. When I was a little boy, we used to sing a ride so called Petrois. Every tribe and every tongue, we used to live in peace and harmony. Oh, 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 oh. With one voice, with one love, with one string, we used to live. Nigeria, giants of Africa. I remember the north and south, the east and west. We used to live in unity. Oh, 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 oh. But suddenly we start to live in this unity. Nigeria, why? We can live without fighting. Yeah. We can live without killing one another. Giant of Africa. We can live without hatred. Yeah. And we can live without maiming one another. Nigeria, I see a brighter future. Give peace a chance. What we need is peace. What we need is peace. What we need is peace to build Nigeria.
You're welcome back to the program Lagos This Morning. So today we'll be talking about Hamzat giving verdict on calls for MC Oluomo'S arrest. But before then, let's take a look at our feedback.
Yes, we have a couple of feedback today from our viewers who have already joined us. And please, if you're just joining us, this is Lagos This Morning. Please do well to drop your comments on the comment section. Of course, click on the like button. And
also, if you're unable to comment or you're not seeing your comments in the comments, that means you've not subscribed. So hit the subscribe button as well.
All right, Mrs. Gladys Oyabo, welcome to the program this morning. She says, happy midweek to you all. Yes, happy midweek to you, ma'am. Welcome. Helen Adeniro says, Princess. Could that be me? Thank you so much. If that's me, though. I don't know. Okay, Mrs. Gladys says, nice to be here this morning. Special greetings to our beloved presenters. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Mom of triplets. I like that.
Mom of triplets.
Wow.
It's been a while, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I know that name, okay. I've just said that for the pod. Thanks so much for joining us. She says the deputy governor said he didn't ask for his arrest.
Yeah.
Taiwo is back again today saying, good morning, guys. Good morning, Mr. Taiwo.
Good morning, Mr. Taiwo.
King Joe Ogba says, good morning to you guys. Good morning to you too. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, the deputy governor spoke yesterday on an interview in Channels Television, and I think the interviewer was trying to, get his word on MC Oluomo, and he said it's not as if he's calling for his arrest, but if he's found guilty of any misdeeds during the governorship election or probably the presidential election, that he must and should face the wrath of the law.
It's no longer news that the chairman of Lagos State Parks and Garages, that's Mr. MC Oluomo, who also backed a doctorate degree. Did you hear that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He works for the ruling party.
Yeah. In
Lagos State. So I don't know if it would be possible for him to be arrested like that. Even though in court nobody's above the law, but we know how things are being done in Nigeria, where we are being shown that some people actually somehow,
in some way,
is above the law, But we do hope that he will be we do hope he faces the consequences of his words that actually incited a lot of negative things in Lagos State, to be precise.
Well, I think it's not actually about calling for someone's arrest. Before you arrest someone, you have to first of all call them for questioning. Let them say the motive behind what they have said, because there are videos whereby he said, don't come outside to vote for someone like this. Even if you were telling Mama Chinedu or Mama Chukudi, that means in one way or the other, you are threatening Mama Chukudi not to come outside to vote if she is not voting for your candidate. So even this man, Femi Fanikayode, I think he has been called for questioning. DSS actually invited him or something. So it's not even about directly arresting someone. Call the person in for question. Had it been maybe he was caught stealing ballot box, like broad daylight, it was being caught as picture evidence, or he actually carried out something, that's when. But it is threat. You can just invite the person in and question the person, and you can actually warn him or her, or tell the person to come back. Since you use social media to threaten some set of people, you can actually use this social media again to apologize to them publicly. So I think that would even go a long way to douse the tension in the society. I
think I picked something from what you said. You call them for questioning, all right? So by the time they refuses or they don't give a satisfactory response to at least to explain what they meant in their first video or whatever, or statement, then you cannot take up your next line of action.
Yeah, also, are you finally the G5 governors? I think they've actually won now, but the victory is like a campaign after election, or you know.
You know, there's something they call medicine after death.
Yeah.
I think that's what played out there. This same thing is what they could have. You know, it's just quite funny. I spoke with someone yesterday evening when I got home. So this person used to be a staunch supporter of PDP and Atiku Abubakar, but he said that he lost interest in PDP when they started having those crises.
Wow.
You know, but he said that why Atiku on his own part felt he could have won the election without the 5G governors, because we saw the report. He said we can win without the 5G governors.
Yeah.
And then they lost without the 5G governors. And now they are coming out now to do what they should have done
then
before the election. So I don't know if I'm to say it's a loss for them or it's a good one for them. I don't know. They know best.
But would PDP has won? Would they have the chance to win the election with the G5 governor support? And even the G5 governor didn't seclude themselves from the
It could have gone a long way. Like state like Rivers, they could have won Rivers State.
And even Oyo State.
I don't really know if they could have won.
Oyo would have been still divided.
Yes. You know, because the sitting governor of Oyo State, Sheyi Makinde, you know, somehow you heard what the president-elect said about him when he went there. He said this one. You know, he didn't really say much, meaning that no matter, even if you're in a different party, you are still my boy. Yeah. You know, so I believe PDP would have gotten a good number of votes if the G5 governor didn't separate from in Oyo State, though. But for Rivers, they could have won Rivers State comfortably. But in Abia State, no, they were just obedient, so they call, you know. And then Enugu State, even the Enugu State still won PDP, but it was
and also Plateau State, Autumn.
No, that's Benue.
Sorry, Benue State. Benue State.
Autumn at some point. Probably if they were still together, Autumn wouldn't, maybe he wouldn't have supported P2B the way he did. To the point that he even said, I wouldn't mind losing my senatorial bid for P2B.
So had it been these G5 governors were in PDP, like supported PDP during the presidential election, full support, delivered their state for PDP, that means PDP might have won this election.
I don't really know if they could have won, because
APC won with, you know, the second person who is the PDP. The margin between them is not even up to 2 million. Yes,
that's true. But you know how things are done, right? Even with APC winning, we saw how the River State result played out.
Yeah.
So, and I believe that's no one talk about this one.
Yeah. Also, right here, the Labour have actually, you know, suspended their strike. They've given CBN 2 weeks ultimatum to ensure that the naira circulates everywhere. I don't think they really had the intention of going on strike, but just to pressurize.
But for now, the CBN, I think they are actually retracing their steps, because right about now, the naira is coming back gradually. You know, before now, if you want to withdraw 2,000 naira, you use 400, 500. Yeah. 400 to withdraw 2,000.
Now it's just 100 naira.
It's just 100 naira now. Some greedy POS people still take 200. Though. I call them greedy because I don't know why they should still be taking 200 naira. Probably is now 100 naira per 1,000.
But some people are now saying that, are now asking the question that, now, what is the importance or the excess of the cashless policy that the Emefiele brought in a few months back?
I heard someone say that Emefiele was trying to play politics. You know, there was this report that he purchased the APC presidential nomination form, which was was allegedly, though it was an allegation. Okay, so we don't really know if that was it, but looking at how the whole thing played out, he wanted to play safe and not probably to curb vote buying, and then, you know, we are in a society whereby they know how to get their things if they want to get it.
You know, with the way Emefiele have actually played out the cashless policy now, I don't think Nigerians would actually believe in any other policies that comes from the federal government, be it this present administration or the subsequent ones. Because you can't just come to the people and say you want, okay, this cashless policy on the long run, it will do this, it will do that, you've promised all the whole world.
You know,
but
actually,
that's just political.
It was
stuff.
just too much, because even if you want to like bring in, okay, there is new Naira notes now, and you want to let the old one fade off. At least you give it time. It was just 1 month.
Yeah.
The money was we were told about the money on October last year, and from October, November, then they said
December
the money
31st.
December 31st, the old note will stop being legal tender. And then you've not even circulated the new one. The new one was nowhere to be found. Even some people started speculating that, okay, the new note is with these people because it's good, they want to use it for election.
We were seeing it in videos of parties.
Yes. Then the question wasn't like, okay, since this we can't see this money anywhere, so how did these ones get this money that they are spraying in parties? You know, it became a subject of discussion because of how the whole thing was being done. But then, like I said before, Emefiele, and my prayer is that the whole thing, Naira, let it come back again, because even though some people have started getting used to the whole cashless policy, you know, sometimes sometimes I feel like I don't have cash. It actually makes you to spend less. You know, when you say that, okay, there is money in your account, but you cannot do anything.
Yeah,
but then
there are some times where you just want to, you know, buy some things that you don't really need. But the cashless policy just, you know, just make sure that you don't just spend your money lavishly. And even if you want to spend that money, there might not be network.
You also made some people to appear very stingy, though.
Okay. But I'm looking at it from this angle. I think if they were being sincere with this cashless policy, then you shouldn't bring back the 1,000 naira into the system. Let Nigeria's highest money be 500 naira. By then, if someone wants to withdraw 200,000 naira, okay, let's say you want 300,000 naira cash, you won't be able to just go to the bank. Or let's say 200 naira is the highest denomination. You can't just go to the bank and say you want to withdraw 100,000 naira. You'll be coming with nylon bag.
It was actually
and you don't want anybody to be looking at you like that.
It was actually funny that they say we shouldn't use the old notes as at that time. And then monies like 100 naira was nowhere to be found.
Exactly.
It became very, very scarce. 15 naira. In fact, if someone says 50 naira, they'll be like, you know, but now the whole money, both the old notes and everything, is now back. So I was not asking myself, so what was the essence of what they did? And someone tried to answer that question for me. He said it's because they wanted to curb vote buying. But there was still vote buying. We saw videos where people were being given dollars.
Yeah, up north.
Up north, right?
Yeah. All right, so if you're watching us, you can hit on the like button. You can also drop your comment. What do you think about the cashless policy? Many people are saying that the cashless policy, you know, it was being politically motivated. Because right now, the 1,000 naira, all the Nigerian, what's it called, denomination, Nigerian naira denomination, is now back into the system. It's back.
And the old note will still be legal tender till December this year, and that's a long time. When they know that this thing will play out like this, so why did they even bring out a policy to start with?
Yeah. Moving on quickly. All right, moving on quickly on this one. Lagos State government has announced an end to the 50% discount on transportation fare. And the majority of the people have now said that you actually gave us 50% discount some weeks to election, and after you won, you removed the 50%.
Those things are strategies. Like, we shouldn't just be comfortable with some things. When someone is trying to pat you at the back, like when a strange hand is patting you at the back, you need to turn and be like, bros, how far now? You know, not to feel comfortable because you are enjoying the whole thing. At least you ask questions. You know, these people, they know how they get to us. You know, people always say that Africans are hungry people. You know, we just see, there's one thing I believe: don't always live to enjoy the moment.
Wow. Don't
always live to enjoy it, because that's the mistake most of us do.
But you have to live in the moment. You can't live in the future or the past.
See, there are some things that when it comes to you, you should ask questions, or even to try to like, what is this about? A few weeks before the election, 50% discount was given. Now election is over. They've changed the whole thing.
They've changed it.
So what does that say?
It says a lot about the system. About the system, because many people feel cheated that way. Like, okay, you actually needed our support. That was why you gave us.
I asked a question once before the election. We can talk about Lagos State because this is where we are. you know.
Yeah.
So we saw the sitting governor, and we saw him campaigning in different forms that we couldn't even believe he could have used, like different tools and methods that he used to campaign, that people were like, so he could do this, you know. And then people now voted him, you know, having in mind that, okay. So I asked a question. There was, I don't know if you can remember, there was a caller we had once. I asked the person, so if this person could do this, should we expect to see him more in the public settings? You know, we just take things casually, and it's not good. Actually, it's not.
Yeah, it's not really impressive, because the subsequent government that will be coming to power, even anything they bring to us, will just feel like, okay, you want to use this thing on us just to get our support. But I think Nigerians were not really swayed by it, because many people are not really complaining. There are some set of people that are actually complaining, like, why would you do this? 50% discount, then now you're back to the 100%. Like, you're not removing anything anymore.
That's why it shouldn't be comfortable. I believe people rejoice. They removed 50% when you could have entered the transport free, as a matter of fact.
Even I heard that a particular state in Nigeria, before the elections, they announced that they would be increasing their workers' salary. And up till this moment, they are yet to increase it.
Yes, they use it for campaign. Let's look at these feedbacks we got here from our viewers. We have Anthony Toby. You're welcome. He said, Obi emergence was the only reason for PDP lost in the South, and Southeast. Forget about the 5G governors. I am from the South, and I know much about my region. Okay, King Joe Ogba, that is medicine after death by the PDP. This could have been the best time for PDP to win. But Atiku preferred Ayu, who didn't even win his polling units, than the 5G governors. PDP could have won Oyo, Benue, and Rivers if they were united. That's what I said.
Yeah.
They could have won this state if they were at least Rivers. Even if they didn't win Oyo or Benue, but they could have won Rivers State comfortably with Nyesom Wike's influence.
So we actually think Atiku was hell-bent on not allowing Ayu to step down.
And he couldn't even win his polling units.
He didn't win his polling units?
Nah.
Oh my goodness. All right, our in-house analyst is on the sidelines, waiting to contribute to the topic. But before then, we still have other updates as well. Don't disappoint Abia people. Group tells OT, because Abia State,
like
under the
Abia
PDP,
State,
they were severely dealt with.
Yes.
And now they've seen Alex Uti as a savior.
I usually say this: nobody is your savior. Only Christ is our savior. You can't see human as your savior, because they will definitely disappoint. You know, that some people that goes into power, it's not as if they have bad intentions. They do, but I don't know what is in that seat of power. Once you get there, you start misbehaving.
It's not as if they start misbehaving, but majority of them, what they say before getting into power is not what they meet on ground.
Okay, like this man will actually have a lot of bills to settle.
Yeah, something like that. All right, we have our in-house analyst, Christian Chukwu. Good morning, Mr. Christian Chukwu.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. You're welcome to the program.
How are you both doing?
Yeah, we're doing great.
Thank you for having me.
All right, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Hamzat, has given his verdict on the calls for MC Oluomo'S arrest. I'm very sure you are aware of the update.
Yeah, I watched the video where he was being interviewed, and he spoke. The question was asked. He was asked about the rantings of MC Oluomo, and he gave an answer. And he struggled to arrive at a conclusion, but he was the questions that he was asked had to bring out that saying that word, like MC Oluomo needs to be arrested. He somehow, if you listen to the interview, he somehow said that he came back, that is, MC Oluomo came back to apologize. He said it is one he actually did. See, trying to create a defense for the action before he now said, then he is guilty, then he should be arrested. You can see psychologically, you can see that narrative.
Right?
So I looked at it as not sincere for me. However, why speaking now? Why now that you need to be asked a question to call out for the arrest of MC Oluomo? The government of the day didn't speak on that issue until after the elections. They were celebrating victory. And you know that the outburst of Oluomo somehow contributed to the violence and voter suppression that was experienced that day, the March 18th governorship election. So for me, it is not a straightforward talk. It's just like trying to be indifferent and look good.
All right. Do you think he was being pressured into concluding, into getting to that answer, like he is not calling for the arrest of MC Oluomo?
No, he just suggested. I don't think that calling for arrest. Just like then, if he is guilty, he should be arrested. If he has contravened the law, he should be arrested. That is just like a kind of suggestion, not that it's a verdict. You understand? An opinion. It's not like it's a verdict. Like I said, you go and watch the video again. And from this perspective, look at how he presented his own narrative on the MC Oluomo issue. You know that he said he made the video first, and he brought the argument that he came back and to say that he had Chukwudi and not the people. You can see, look, a mere man will understand that the MC Oluomo we know is speaking to voters, not even Yachukudi. But you see, they play game on Nigerians, and we are all already collecting it after they have played the game of ethnicity and also religion. They are playing the game of I don't know. You know the law. You people can see the law. Let the law. They are the ones that will execute the law, but they'll just say let the law take its course. Somebody that is supposed to execute that law, make sure that somebody is arrested, is coming out to tell you that if he's guilty, then let him face the law.
All right. Recently, the DSA has actually called in Femi Fani-Kayode for some inciting words that he actually made, and also in the Electoral Act, there is no room there. There is no part of the Electoral Act that allows incitement of what's it called, of incitement of things, just things like what MC Oluomo actually said, incitement of anger or hatred or violence, to be precise, is not in the Electoral Act. So should we, some people are saying that the Electoral Act does not condone violence, and even if he is not talking directly to the voters, the Yachukwu that he was referring to means that it was alleged that he was threatening Yachukwu not to come out and do the needful on that day. So do you think what the Deputy Governor has said is even against the provisions of the Electoral Act?
No, what the Deputy Governor said, he just is like a prosecution counsel and a defendant. You know, there are lawyers that defend the case, there are lawyers that take the case to court. So the lawyers that take case to court, they are called prosecution. The lawyers that defend the case, they are called the defense counsel. So he's acting in the capacity of the defense counsel. That is my own opinion, from his body language. So Electoral Act or no Electoral Act, a layman knows that that statement is inciting. The presidential election, it didn't happen. Nobody came out to make such statement. Now the governorship election, somebody came out to make a statement, and it was different from the presidential election. Presidential election, people were not asked to stay at home. If you are Igbo, if you are this, if you are that, if you are not voting for it, like it was so evident after that statement. Why is it that the statement is coming few hours to the election, when they knew that a certain Labour Party won the state February 25th, and it was like a tug of war if that repeats itself? So Bayo Onanuga, Femi Fani-Kayode, Festus Keyamo mostly have been making inciting statements in a country where the law seems to be dead. And what do you expect? See, we are just playing. Like what you used to say, Olamide, they play.
All right, moving forward. On PDP crisis, Ayu is out as Damagun has been named acting chairman. What can you say about that? Is it, many people are saying that it's like, you know,
medicine after
death or something. What do you think?
There is another government inside this our government. There are many governments inside our government. So I think it's their own government. he heads for court as a PDP appoints acting chair. So it is in their own government. They should control themselves and know what they are going to do. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time, sincerely, going to court at this point in time. For me, he can have evidences or have reasons to go to court. But now PDP is at a stage whereby they need to bring themselves together to hold on to power. Ayun did not really try at the concluded presidential and government elections. He was even accused of anti-party activities. G5 governors had contributed to the demise, the feelings of the PDP. And these G5 governors are strictly against Ayu. I don't think Ayu should even head to court. Let him just resign and move on. Let's move on. And in their government, let them organize themselves.
All right, moving on. NLC has suspended their planned nationwide strike over naira scarcity. And some people are saying that the scarcity and the cashless policy is just like nothing to write home about, and is just politically motivated, having no effect on the society. What do you think?
Okay, the NLC is shelving planned strike. Nowadays it seems there is a new opening. There's a job description for protests. Now it seems there are places whereby they recruit protesters. So if NLC is going to strike, there are people that they are going to pay to come out for protests. Companies are going to shut down everything, blah blah blah. We had the ASU strike, NLC didn't come out. We had the increase of NLC didn't come out. We had electricity tariff increase, NLC didn't come out. We are even having the issue of that the Lagos state government have increased the BRT fare from 50%.
Yeah, back to 100%.
Yeah, to 100%. So I am looking at it. NLC, who are the members in it? I'm taking as a Nigerian, not as somebody who wants to do analysis. Are we connected to the Nigerian? Are Nigerians connected to the Nigerian Labour Congress? Are they fighting for the people? The things that are most important to people, are they really fighting for it? When this policy started before the elections, where were they? Now the elections over, it seems that they just all of a sudden just woke up, and there's cash. For me, there's cash. They should not go and say they are shelving strike. All the strikes they have done, all the threats they have done, insecurity, the threats they have done, all the things they have done. We have never seen the past 8 years the NLC being vibrant, standing up to the increase of fuel price. Now we are buying for 250, 300. They have not done anything. So I don't think Nigerians are connected to the NLC. It seems the people are daily, as the day goes by, they are disconnected from the government.
Okay, moving on, let's look at the statement made by the President of Nigeria, Major General Muhammad Buhari. Mr. Buhari, Mr. President said that court cases won't stop handover of Tinubu and Shetima. What do you think about that statement?
The brigade, the brigade already practicing. I saw a video whereby they were even practicing rain. It seems these handover ceremonies is something else, something that Nigeria has never experienced before. Everybody just running towards a handover. Whereby the foundation, we have not really done. Yeah, it shouldn't stop the handing over. If the courts will do their job and do it well, if the court will seem impartial, like what happened in Kenya, the courts were different, detached from the executive. Now we see that our courts are, it's like the executive can predict what the courts will do. That's what we're seeing. So it seems they are in bed with the judiciary to know that probably there won't be any kind of justice. Because if it were in a same crime, we won't be in this stage of saying that handover would not stop the swearing in. It shouldn't stop the swearing in, but let justice be served. That's what we are saying. Okay. And you see, the impression they give people these days, when a father does something, the child learns from the actions of the father rather more than what the father tells him or instructs him. It is the attitude, the way the father carries him or herself. That's where the child learns from. So the way this government is going, it started with disobedience court order, which other governors, some other persons are doing, are following. They started with negligence, non-accountability. They started with impunity. This is what we have as the order of the day. So what do you expect? Despite the fact that people are crying that the elections were marred with various inconsistencies, the European Union, ECOWAS, they're all crying. The president will just want to go on with business as usual.
All right. On a lighter note, or would I say on a controversial note, we saw a series of videos yesterday where our own singer Portable blew hot as police invaded his office. I'm very sure you saw the videos. What do you think?
Everybody.
No. He said I'm a babu. Not me.
He used to say Olokpamaku everybody, but it got to his own time when Olokpa should have called everybody, but he resisted the arrest.
Yeah, the Olokpa did not call. He did not call anybody in his own time. He said he's a babu in his zoo, and he's a zoo. You see, I learned something from that. Money gives you confidence, fame gives you confidence. In Nigeria, if you have money, you know your right.
Yeah.
You don't have money, even though you know your right, they can beat you on your right. He had to exercise his right that they should identify themselves. Imagine an ordinary Nigerian, someone that has not eaten since morning, and they want to arrest him. He's not asking the policeman or the mopo, where's your ID card? You might even find yourself in the hospital before you now say the next word. So he's a funny guy. He's a guy that trends. He says something that I am working for the APC. You cannot arrest me. You see, it shows the kind of society we live in. It is not about the rule of law. It's about who you know, the connections you have, how many people are behind you, who is your uncle, who's your father, who's your mother. And it's a society that will not get development in the next 100 years.
Okay, in that video, one of my concerns that I actually said I was going to ask you today was the fact that that he was on live. Yeah. They had to go on Instagram live, and the police people, their faces and everything were showing. Is that a good one? Because I don't know.
And also, he actually those policemen said that there was a complaint against him. There was a petition. But he asked for the content of the petition. They couldn't provide it. He asked for the ID card. They couldn't provide it. He accused them of threatening his life, even when they didn't do prior invitation. They didn't give him any prior invitation. So what do you think about that, considering the, would I say, excesses of the NPF?
When you go to Ogba, at the other side where they enter Kekemawa going to Okira, you see a joint there where they sell all sorts of drinks, shekbe and everything. And so if you are going to do a census on the people that are there, you find civilians and non-civilians. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yes,
I understand.
Yeah, you find civilians and non-civilians. I'm on air, so I don't want to make too much revelation.
All right.
On professionalism in our police system, in the United States, if you want to arrest somebody, you have the right to record. If they are carrying out any proceedings in court, you record. Everyone is recording so as to preserve the posterity of the institution. But here, the police should not catch you if you don't get out. You are recording them. My brother, Igbobi will reject you. You understand? But it is my lecturer. My lecturer in school said something. We asked him, is it right to record the police? He said no. But in the field, I believe it is not unethical to record an incident. You can see on social media, many people have recorded the police, and nobody's going to take you to court for recording the police. When there is an incident, when there's an incident of arrest, incidents of manhandling, and incidents of like trying to take advantage, you can record. It's your right to record. It is subject to correction. If there's anybody that knows better on the live chat, or you can just put my attention to, like, it is not right to record the police. But I know that when there's an incident, you need evidence. You need to record your surroundings to know what is happening to you. What if they kidnap you? Some people disguise as police to kidnap. Some people disguise as army to kidnap. So you need to be aware, record. You are in technology age, record your environment. If last man wants to catch you, record. Anybody that wants to catch you, record, so that when you get to court, there are evidences that can be presented whereby the judge can study. Not that somebody might be paid to come and stand as a witness or just blackmail. So recording, I think, is very important.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Christian Chukwu.
Yes. Just before you go, what would you have to say? Like Abians, they are calling on the governor-elect Alex Otti to please not disappoint Abians. I know that before now I did say something. I'm asking this question particularly because you are from Abia State, and looking at the depths on ground in Abia State, do you really think that this man will actually perform effectively and very well in his first tenure?
Yeah, when a guy meets a lady, he wants to impress. So Alex Otti has met the bride of Abians. As like Abia State people, indigenous, they are the bride now. They are the lady. He would want to impress first 4 years and try his best. I think these 4 years he's going to try and do something. I want to advise that he works with the local government, strengthen local government, and give them tasks to clean up. Not clean up Abia. Abia is one of the most dirtiest states you can think of. Bad roads and everything. I don't know how the people there, how they live comfortably. So he needs to work with the local government, with the indigenes of the localities, with the traditional rulers. They should clean up the environment. Dredges, drainages should be created. Things like major roads, dump sites should be created. They should try and look for how they can convert the waste to usable energy and every other thing. And for me, I believe a new donor has come to Abia. If Alex Otti does not perform well, we'll vote him out in the next 4 years.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Christian Chukwu.
And sorry, a big congratulations to the Professor Nena Otti. Students of Futo, they were praising her, and she made some revelations that they brought bribe, they brought intimidation, but still she rejected it. These are the kind of persons we want in INEC, and not our present dispensation.
Okay,
thank you very
much.
That, we understand. Thank you so much, Mr. Christian Chukwu. Thanks for your contribution this morning. Okay, we have feedbacks. I'm going to read this because there was a correction that someone tried to make. I don't know if that's a correction or that's someone's opinion, though. That's a Ja Chooks Obibweze. He said, "Caller, you are wrong. Everyone has the right to record the police as far as you don't interfere with their job."
Yeah, that was what he said.
That's actually what he said. Okay. Yes, King Joe, as you are here, Christian, are you not starting the program? Okay.
Yeah, it will be starting.
All right, it will be starting very soon. Very, very soon. Okay. Laditi said, if Boluwaga,
it means praise God.
Oh, Boluwaga Badura. If MC Oluomo did not discipline or question, this situation would keep happening every 4 years, and Igbo Nigerians would be at the receiving end.
Oh, we have a caller.
Thank you.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, please.
Yeah, thank you for giving.
Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Chicks calling from UK.
Oh,
all
Mr.
right.
Chooks.
Welcome
Is that
to the program.
Chooks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, welcome.
Obibweze, you're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I had the last caller saying, he asked his lecturer or who, if it is right to video police. The lecturer probably doesn't know anything about that. He say, if you are in a public place, you have every right to record in a public place, right?
Yeah.
And for you to say, for you to say you don't have right to record the place, I mean, it's so laughable, because you need evidence, right? So if you are in a public place, as long as you are not obstructing their job, what I mean by that is, for example, now if you see where they are arresting somebody, right? Don't go too close to stop them from doing their job. Just stay away from them and record, because that will help both the police and the individual in question. Because if there is an argument, what happened on that day, that person might be claiming they beat him up or whatever, and that video comes out. Imagine how many crimes the police have committed that people were able to prove with the video. The thing is, in Nigeria, they restrict you from the police, because they know you don't understand the law. They come on you and tell you not to video, or you don't do this, you don't do that. No. If you have been arrested, you can still tell them, can I video? Take excuse from them. They will allow you. If you talk to them politely, except if they have something they're hiding, they won't allow you to video. The only place you are not allowed to video is private properties. But once you're on the street, you can video. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Obi Bueze. I think I like that name though.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You can video, but not in Nigeria.
Well, not Nigeria per se or something, but to be safe, for you to be on the safer side, I think in Nigeria it is not so advisable, because there was an incident that happened, not even the NPF now, but our security agency, the army or something in Benin. In Benin, it happened in, I think, University of Benin. From what I heard and what I read online, the officers actually came into the confines of the school. Then they walked up to the ATM stand. People were there, so they tried to they bypass the people and they went directly to the front to actually withdraw. And a lady, she was not really recording them. She held her phone up like this. So the man thought she was recording and ordered the lady who was in uniform to beat up the girl. So the student later pounced on those soldiers, and actually it became something else. So I think to some extent, right here in Nigeria or something, it's just for your safety. It's better.
I remember I was traveling once, and I'm from the eastern part of the country, and then going home, I'll mention the place because it was a funny incident though. Just after Upper Iweka. Okay. We have a caller. I'll continue my story later.
Good morning, Mr. Osas.
Hello, good morning. I hope I'm not being
no.
To your program. I try as much as possible. Watching you guys so I can keep.
Thank you so
Mr.
much.
As a matter of fact, we actually like you calling in. Like, we appreciate you calling us.
Okay, nice to hear that.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Actually, Oluomo, so this is the thing. Remember when I talked some days ago, I was talking about the rule of law holding grounds and all that.
Yeah.
And one thing we kind of used to in Nigeria is certain group of people, because of their backings, political backings and all that, are immune to some stuff. They can freely say stuff, like they can easily fuel violence and nobody would do anything about it. And this is one of the issues, this is one of the problems. Somebody like MC Oluomo has families overseas, and I'm very, very certain for a fact, even if you see him at the airport, he doesn't have a whole entourage making him go past the line. He will be as civil as he can because he doesn't want to get into trouble, because it's in a law-abiding country. I understand. Not every place is perfect. United States is not perfect. Most nations are not perfect. But we know for a fact the law itself always holds ground. There's really nothing you want to say. There's really no case about this MC Oluomo words. You having a police officer, I don't know what his rank is, saying take his words as a joke. You shouldn't be taking words like that as a joke, because words like that can actually fuel a whole lot of violence we're seeing.
Yeah.
Election. Like we got making people get accountable. People got to be accountable for their work. Can't come online, go on social media, and fuel violence. No, people for it. I mean, we've seen it in many cases where the only way you can be accountable for it is if you do not have political backings. You do not. The day things like this start happening is the day Nigeria will start getting better. It's the day people will know that, wow, if I say this thing, I'm actually getting in trouble. It's the day people will know that if you utter some kind of words, this is the repercussion of it. A kid that actually sees fire will not want to jump into the fire. But a kid that believe he's immune, he has a bulletproof, and will go through that fire and be okay, will do it wholeheartedly without doing anything. That's all I got to say. God bless Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Osas. Thank you.
All right, that was Mr. Osas.
You can power this program by calling in. There is the number on your screen. Use the number and contribute to the program. You can also click on the like button as well.
Yes, please keep liking the program because I know you like the program. So keep liking it by clicking on the like button. Okay, let's look at this feedback we got here. The police in developed countries record themselves when on duty. Okay, sorry, why are Yoruba people so hateful? No, I don't think they are hateful.
I don't think
they are
generalizing everyone. Yeah. There are bad people in every tribe, every country.
I said something yesterday. When you notice that there is a bad egg in a crate of egg, just remove the bad one so it won't affect the other ones. Okay, Jacob D said there are CCTV in many public places and is recording everyone's activities. If Yorubas don't like Igbos to live among them, they should just declare their own nation without Igbos, so Igbos can be in their own nation and build their own seaport and international airport.
Wow.
Things are happening. Okay, I was saying something. So while I was traveling home, that was last year, somewhere after Piweka, heading down to, I think, Ihiala or thereabout. So we got to a particular checkpoint.
Yeah.
We were asked to come down. We have to trek to pass the checkpoint.
Yeah.
And, you know, the whole thing was funny because it's been like 2 years I've not gone home. So seeing that, I brought out my phone. I wanted to video. Oh my God, see what is happening here.
To record.
It was one girl, pure water seller, that told me, Auntie, phone again. That's Auntie, put your phone in your bag. The military man actually called me, be like, okay, you want to record? I said, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't know. Okay, fine, I'll put it. The man, the way he looked at me, if I was a guy, like probably would have slapped me. You know, but it's very easy to record when you are there. But here, you know, we are here, so we know what is happening here. You know.
And you passing through that checkpoint, it is very risky to even record them, because why they actually ask you guys to walk like on your foot, like you can't just pass, like you can't drive past, is because due to security threat there. So they want you guys to actually walk so they can see you in person, maybe with any bombs or anything.
Traffic. The whole everywhere was blocked because they want to put. Imagine vehicles, like it's a busy road.
Yes.
All these vehicles coming from Lagos, Benin, Edo, Delta. Everybody had to, like, all the passengers came down. You were trekking. Some people missed their buses.
You know, actually, understand from the view of the soldiers there, because while I was going to cross river, then we got to a particular checkpoint. It was the driver then. We were like, how can they tell us to just stop and start trekking instead of us to just drive past? The driver now said, that's what happened here last week. It was, you know, very bad. Like, some people came, they started shooting at those soldiers. So they have to let people just stop and you walk. Then they search your vehicle thoroughly. So I think it's just for the security and safety of people.
I don't know how that will help.
We have another comment, Mr. Damian.
Yes, Mr. Damian Osas. I think
Yorubas are not hateful. Yeah, you've just been unlucky to encounter the wrong one.
Yes,
Yorubas actually,
he's a Yoruba guy,
loving,
he's
and we like Owambe.
Don't
we don't have stress for fights. Yeah,
some of them.
We only want to enjoy.
But there's only one thing I've realized, that some of them, they feel so intimidated easily. I don't know why.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the intimidated ones.
I don't know why. Actually, I bumped into one because I was speaking. The man was like, so you want to show me saying I only use speak English now? I felt like, oh my God.
Okay, let's take a look at the video once again of Portable or Molalumi.
I think we need to play it out, right?
Yeah, we'll play
it out. I'm a babu. My goodness, not me.
You are not a baboon.
I said not me.
You don't even look like one.
Oh, thank you. Like I'm beautiful. Very well.
Baboons are beautiful too.
Get out.
Let's take a look at the video.
Let's look at the video.
One place, sir.
One by you don't let him have finish. You are under arrest. Why to finish? You are under arrest. Why? You the tell superstar say you are under arrest in my office. No, you are telling me you are under arrest or what? Why? Did I know you? Okay, oh yeah, why? Under arrest.
That's complaint against you.
Oh yeah, who? You don't hear the cover? They ain't support customer me.
There's a petition.
Petition against me. That's why you come and scatter my bar. That's why you come and scatter my bar. Get the petition against me.
Who scatter your bar?
You now, you come and everybody's running up and down. Even me. Come and tell me, lock on him. Oh yeah, kill everybody. Why are you here? And then you come in and I will come to your office. Oh, my manager will come. I have manager. I have promoter. Yes.
Are you giving us order now?
No, don't tell me. Don't kill myself. Oh yeah, what did I do? What's in that competition? Kill one new petition.
This one you are doing will not help you.
No, don't tell me this one I'm doing will not help me. I'm a superstar. I'm a celebrity.
If you are a celebrity or something,
Show me your ID card, everybody. Show me your ID card. No. That's me. Me, Rufi, federal government liability, not a basoro. Ijọba let me know. Federal government liability. I want to check with I work for APC. I work for APC. I go to I want to Nigeria, boy. Hey, now. I want to go to Nigeria. Who are those people? Kill us, everybody. Kill us, Kill us, ah. Hey! Whoa, yeah, I don't go back on it now. Whoa, I think what is the way? I can walk by anyway.
the problem, man.
Legit, go. I think what is the way? I can walk by anyway. You ask you now. Ẹ sọ fẹ́ mi pé àwọn bọ́ọ̀sì sọ pé hold am make you hold superstar.
Àwọn bọ́ọ̀sì sọ pé hold am.
Yes, make you hold superstar. Am I Yahoo boy?
I want you to calm.
Legit go legit ni mo náà. Gbogbo nǹkan tí mo ní legit ni mo fi rà. Why you come? Ẹ bọ̀ ká tó gbẹ́nu mi ni ẹ̀ bọ̀ ká tó ṣe mí ni. Ìlọ ti rà dé. Why you here? Kill one new petition.
This one you are doing will not help you.
No, don't tell me this one I'm doing will not help me. I'm a superstar. I'm a celebrity.
If you are a celebrity or something,
show me your ID card, everybody. Show me your ID card. No. That's me, me, Rufi, federal government liability, not a basoro. Ijọba let me know. Federal government liability. I want to check with Ijọba. I work for APC. I work for APC. I go to
very controversial, and he's also energetic. I wonder where he found that kind of energy from.
See, do you know one good thing is that he looks like he doesn't know what he's doing, but he's sensible.
He's actually he's sensible.
He knows exactly what he's doing. Imagine, see, he said he wants to arrest superstar. Police now, come on now, you want to arrest superstar? How would they arrest superstar? He works for APC.
And he actually said something that really pushed the police guys back. And then I know something about Nigerian police officers. This is what they do. Once they know you're right, yes. They'll say something like, "Are you telling us what to do, or are you teaching us our work, our job?" That was exactly what the policeman said when he said, "Okay, what was the content of the petition?" why don't you guys just invite me? Then I'll send my manager to you guys. He said, are you not teaching us our job? So that's just what they do.
See, Portable is streetwise. Like the guy is complete streetwise. Damian Osa says, it might sound weird, but I like how Portable reacted. That is the reaction for me.
Well, I actually like how he actually reacted. Let's say he knows that he's at fault at what they actually invited him for. Maybe he would have just gone there peacefully without any problem. But it was just like, what did I do?
What did I do?
How can you just barge into my office and say you are under arrest for what? So I think the rules of engagement at times, the professionalism of some of these officers are just, is under, ask question mark on them. At some point,
I felt it was a prank.
No,
because the police, they were not looking like they were police officers. As a matter
one was actually wearing Kellogg's. There was Kellogg's on his clothes. I was just like, when did Kellogg's staff start arresting people?
See, in this country, please, we need to do things in order. Like, we need to do things the way they are supposed to be done.
But I think we really need to give Portable his flowers. He stood against injustice, against harassment. The police officers wanted to harass him, but he ended up harassing them.
It was, you want to arrest superstar. It was that point for me, actually.
That is just a funny one. So funny.
Yes, please, our viewers, if you're still watching, see, this Portable video, it has generated mixed reactions on social media. We have people like Sabinus reacting to it. If you... I don't know, you can tell us what you think about the video. We have Damian Osa saying that he loved the way Portable reacted. What do you think about the reaction? Should everybody now behave this way? What's it called? The Nigerian police force, or the security personnel. Sometimes they make you feel like you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Sometimes, some time ago, there was a protest to end police brutality, police harassment, and all of that. So now the question is, has it actually stopped? Has it stopped? You just come into someone's house
and say you're under arrest
without
an ID.
Without an ID card.
Anybody can just barge into your office or your home with a gun, with a rifle, and say, okay, I'm a police officer. So far, the person is putting on probably a police uniform or a kind of cloth that has the stuff written there as police. How do we identify you without your ID card?
Anybody can wear a police, as in what Nollywood movies now? Don't you see them? Okay, it was the point he said, I work with the ruling APC. I'm a federal government liability.
Federal government liability? Does it know the meaning of liability?
Was that necessary? Was that really necessary?
Well, I think it was thinking through the size of leverage. It was looking at leverage. What does it have to overpower these policemen, to actually outwit them and let them go? When they said, are you teaching us our job, that we are working for the federal government, it was now like, okay, me too, I have to level up with these people and look for something to balance them.
I'm also working for the federal government. I'm a federal government liability. Wow. Underline the word.
Liability.
Underline the word.
Oh God. It's just funny. It's funny. For real. So you can be part of this program by hitting the like button. You can also drop your comment. You can call in.
Yeah.
We've talked about a lot of...
There are about 2 callers that I've not seen this morning. I don't know if should I mention your name because I know you're watching. All right, Mr. Damian Osas also said you can't come into a business without warrant. Hey.
Okay, see, without warrant, without nothing. They came with a boss. They wanted to, take Portable off, and also his workers as well. But he resisted. It's not as if he even resisted the arrest of per se, because you can't just arrest someone.
Say he's a babu. He lives in the zoo. Come on now, you want to arrest babu? How do you want to do that?
Does that mean they should have come with veterinary doctor?
That's high. Jeez, I didn't think about it. All right, let's move on.
All right, we've talked about the PDP crisis of IU. What do you think about it? Many people have said that it's just medicine after death. Also, the Labour Party, the Nigeria Labour Congress, throwing away their strike, or just giving the federal government 2 weeks, the federal government and the CBN as well.
Yeah.
Also, let's look at actress Foluke Daramola Salako berating Nigerian youth on social media. She spoke about, the hatred, some people, and the disrespect. Some, would I say, Gen Z give out, they dish it out, excessively on the social media space to adults. So she was just complaining about that. Oh, we have a caller.
We have a caller.
All right. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Good morning. This is Udeze Chima.
Oh, Mr. Udeze Chima. It's good to have you back today on the show.
Yeah. God bless you for your show.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
I need to say, I need to go straight to the point. I need to be brief this morning.
Okay.
Now, we all are castigating or laughing and making a caricature of Portable, I think. Yeah. Unfortunately, Portable is a replica of whatever is given in Nigerian's public space or in the government.
Wow.
You know? There are many Portable in suits. Portable is only, let me put the word plain, is a tout who made fortune by mistake, and he got into his brain and he's misbehaving. He's an illiterate, he didn't go to school, and that is the difference. Now, place Portable side by side with Bayo Nanoga or FFK, or even Festus Kayamo. Tell me the difference between two of them. Between four of them, I mean. They are the same. The only thing is that Portable is not more, he's not educated, while all these people are educated, touts, and illiterate. That is the difference. Now, Portable was saying it's threat to the policemen. That he voted for APH, that he voted for Tinubu, that who, you know, this is exactly what we are going to see in this coming administration. Just Nigerians should buckle up for more, how do I put it, for more episodes coming. Things are going to unfold. If by chance this man enters as Nigerian president, election, Otilo, election, Otilo, because there's no going to be an election. Because if you want Lagos State, it's not that there are no oppositions all these years to challenge Tinubu in Lagos State. There are oppositions, but there's no election that all these years. What happened in the last governorship election is what has been playing out all these years in Lagos State. The people that are against Tinubu, they are there, but they are being suppressed by all tactics, with everything, with How can somebody come out and be defending this kind of thing that happened in Nigeria? What happened in Nigeria is a show of shame. It's not an election. When you talk about an election, we know how an election is being conducted. Allow people to choose. They're putting somebody or not. Look at today, Tinubu's birthday. Now, he's telling us that he's 71 years old. Now, bring out Tinubu and place him, even to a foreigner, and ask him, or a psychologist, and say, please, can you tell us the age of this man? Tinubu is not less than 90 years. That is the truth. I can tell you that Tinubu is older than, Tinubu is younger than Atiku Abubakar. Tinubu is a road man. Everything concerning Tinubu is, how do I put it? It's not stress. Last night I was reading an article from the People's Gazette. Maybe I don't know whether you have seen it, where they were making they were saying that the U.S. Department of Narcotics, they might put Nigeria, I forgot how they put that. They might put Nigeria under the watch list of the narcotic nation. I don't know, because of if I'm looking at Nigeria, I shed tears inside me. I'm not shedding tears because of me myself, because any which way in a way, I'm already out of the country. And I might decide not to come back again. I might decide to tell my people that I will retire here, let them bury me here. But look at young people, brilliant people like you and Gladys, Olomide and Gladys here now. I'm asking myself, what future is there for these two guys? What future is there for the millions of thousands of Nigerians that come out of school every 4 years, every year?
The only achievement that is sure banker for Nigerian students, for Nigerian youth is this. After finishing school, you go to go to youth service and enjoy your allowance for 1 year. After that, the reality of life will now unfold before you. You know that there is no future in this country. Is that life? Nigerians are now sustaining themselves with this one. I'm into selling, buying and selling. No. Now, when all Nigerians or Nigerian youth occupy the buying and selling space, because of what very soon it will be filled up. Tell me who will buy from each other, who will sell. Well, the society we are building today, we are going to pay for it either through one way or the other. I'm not against evil, I'm not against anybody, but I'm against injustice. I'm against fraud. I don't like fraud in my life. Just like Mr. Peter always said, if you want to answer His Excellency, the process that brought you to power must be excellent. That is what we are clamoring for. Well, guys, I don't have enough things to say this morning. I wish you all the best of luck. That God will create ways for you, not for me anymore. God has already created way for me to the glory of God Almighty. I thank God always. Each time I wake up, let me give you one. Let me tell you one story of my life. After I finished my secondary school, I was fighting so hard to study law. I took the first jam. I got 164, I think, that time, and I didn't reach the cutoff mark of that of studying jam. Then I decided to take another jam. From that moment, each year I took jam. Until it's not that I failed. I don't see the result. They see it. It's either they cancel the center or they see the result. This is what I'm telling you. It's a true life story. I'm using it to encourage you guys and every other Nigerian youth that is listening to me. I took jam almost 6 times in my life. I saw result only once. The rest 5 I didn't see result. Then I decided to find a way. Reluctantly, I said let's move out of Nigeria. And it worked out. It worked out at the slightest move, at the easy. It worked out for me at the easiest way. Now, I left Nigeria. I was wondering. I was preparing to study law, but at the long run, I didn't study law. I went out of Nigeria. Not knowing that God was preparing a way for me. I came out here, I studied abroad. I got my degrees abroad. I became I married. At my age, I have been, those people that, I'm not trying to be, I don't know how to put it, but I'm trying to use this opportunity to encourage every young Nigerian. If you see that Nigeria is not working for you, Nigeria is not working, that is the truth. Find a way and leave Nigeria. Nigeria is a destiny killer. That is why all of us, we are working so tirelessly to make sure that let us see whether we can have a good a driver. Let us know whether there can be a change so that the citizens of Nigeria can, for once, enjoy like other citizens of the world. Look at all here. Go to Kuwait. Go to Dubai. Ordinary Dubai here. If you are a citizen of Dubai, immediately you clock 18 years. The government will provide incentives for you. They will give you money to get married, money to buy the latest car of a child, the money to have a house, the money to become a human being. They will set you up to stand as a man. Not only producing content, but look at us. You now, I'm putting this question to you. As a young man you are a brilliant boy, I'll be looking at you. What has Nigeria done for you as a human being? As a Nigerian citizen, what has Nigeria imparted in you to become a better person? Tell me.
Oh, wow.
Nigeria has absolutely not contributed anything to you to stand as a man. Then why should you as a human being continue supporting Nigeria? What will give you the courage and say, this is my country, let us continue? Why? You cannot continue repeating the same thing over and over again. and expect a different result. It cannot work. And to these people, these young boys that are collecting peanuts from here and there, and they are supporting and they're going out to getting from one area or the other to support and do protest in favor of injustice that the whole world, even the blind, see. God is watching, and karma is real. You can be free today thinking that maybe the money they gave you, you enjoy it forever. But look at me. Look at me. You are hearing me. You're not seeing me, but you are hearing my voice. Yeah. God is watching. That's a way of paying back. If anything through you, you might pay through your children. Let us more. Continue messing around. The bedrock of every society are what? The youth. The bedrock. The youth detect the pace of every country. I don't verify.
You can't verify.
That every if the youth want this country to go this way, they can do it. But in Nigeria, we have absolutely. Let me say, I don't condemn every youth because they are positive youth. Those that stood up for justice in the entrance protest. Those that die for this country are the youth. If I condemn every youth in Nigeria, I'm condemning all them also. That would be an unfair statement. But you see, especially from the northern part of Nigeria, I don't know the kind of people they are, the youth there. You can never see them protest in favor of good governance in Nigeria. They will always align with injustice, align with, I don't know. Instead of us to continue this way, why can't us come together peacefully and say, please, it's over. Let us talk about this reunion, how we can move it forward. If we go in the regional way, let us go let every region manage themselves. Or better off, let us divide Nigeria peacefully, and we can still be good neighbors tomorrow. That is my humble suggestion here, because I don't see Nigeria working, even in the next already. Truth be told.
Thank you very much, sir.
Truth be told, with the people on ground now, with the people that are manipulating Nigeria is just like a country that is caged by mafians. Caged over 240 million people, they are caged by a few people for their own selfish interest. It's not working, and it cannot work until things are done right. And I don't see that thing. A country that its judiciary has been compromised. The judiciary of Nigeria. When the judge will come out there, I saw the Nigerian Bar Association the other day, their president. He was saying that the election was good. As I was looking at this man, I said, is this not the same MBA I used to respect when I was in Nigeria? Before, if you hear the word MBA, you will run for your life. But today, politicians, they have mesmerized the whole thing. They don't care about the judiciary. After they say, I go to court, nothing will happen. Look at them saying, go to court. Because they know that if they go to court, nothing will happen. And that is it's unfolding before us. I don't pray that Mr. Peter, God will keep you and protect you, even at the long run, if they don't give you justice. My dear Peter, go your way, respect yourself, go and sit and enjoy your life. You have tried. You have opened the eyes of many Nigerians. You have made a history. That is it. God bless you. Let me down and my sister.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Really appreciate your contribution this morning. Thank you.
Yes,
you're welcome.
All right. Nigerians in diaspora are fuming. Oluomo'S said you have to pay your way into joining the Nigerian military. But as a Nigerian, all you need is a green card in the USA to join the United States Army. And you won't pay a dime. Oh, God. Did you hear that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, we have lost so much talent and resources to corruption.
Yeah, Mr. Damian has actually said a lot today.
And his words are always like punchy.
Yeah.
He punches his words.
Yeah,
and
that's how Edo people do. They used to punch very well.
Mr. Udezechima is...
Yes. On point.
Sometimes, like, he talks to, like, when a father is talking to you,
your
he enters your bone marrow.
Exactly.
And pierces like that.
Exactly.
Okay,
so
let's move on.
We're getting closer to the end of the program. I actually think Mr. Damian Osasdi has actually said a lot of things. I think I would be getting a bride from that part of Nigeria. You know what I'm saying?
Please, yes, there is this woman, an actress. She did say something about the Nigerian youth.
About netizens. Let's take a look at the video and hear what
with that,
she
we'll draw the curtain.
said. Yep. Yeah, so as she actually said, the netizens, majority of the Gen Z online, they disrespect the elderly ones. But this is what I actually picked out of what she said, and I know that for every, would I say, this life is about giving and taking. You can't abuse a little child and expect that child not to talk back at you, even without any provocation. Let's just say, okay, let's look at the likes of some of our political bigwigs out there spewing something I don't even understand. Let's take a look at the video so you can drop a comment about it.
Pandemic that people are not taking cognizance of. When we have people, youths that would stay on the social media and be writing all sorts of things about the elderly. Anu yi ma ṣe mí, anu wa ma ṣe mí. All in the bid of pay and support party kan, we have lost our values. We have lost our values. In the next years to come, àwọn ọmọ máa ma ta àwọn òbí wọn nípa ni. Àwọn ọmọ wọn máa ma. This is a pandemic. All in the bid of modernization, the norm will be for children to disrespect parents, not to have any form of value for them. All in the bid of modernization, we are becoming more advanced, more modern. Where are our value system? What happened to our value system? Isn't this bad? How did it degenerate to this? How did it degenerate to this? Somebody as young as a girl coming on my page to write crap? For what? And people will say all sorts. Hey, Moti was saying something. This is a pandemic that people are not even seeing. In the next years to come, we will have a crisis. We'll have crisis in our hands. Because I do not understand.
All right, so she actually said that the Gen Zs, they abuse the elderly ones online. But in every space, you surely find the good ones and the bad ones as well. So she shouldn't really, make it elaborate the bad ones more than the good ones. Because for every action, there will surely be reaction. You as an elderly person should know what to say out there on social media. Just imagine majority, during this election period, I realized that most people we see as celebrities online there, they are not really, they don't have much, there's a substance or something. You just tweet some kind of words, some kind of statement, but you just feel like, is this thing coming from this particular person that we all see as a celebrity? So that status does not mean
that for those that take them as role models.
For those that take them as role model, exactly.
Yeah.
Because fools grow old too.
Yeah.
So people who have, who don't have any substance or maturity upstairs, they will grow old too. They will get to their 50s and 60s. So if they come online and they tweet anything that will generate the Gen Z's reaction, they will get it back 50-50. So it's not only about just respecting. Are you respecting the Gen Z's and they are not respecting you back? There are some people online that no matter how disrespectful you are, what they tweet, the information they pass out there would not attract disrespect from the Gen Zs.
Yeah.
So always attract respect. Are you respecting their space? Are you respecting their words or what they are saying? It's not just as if, okay, let's look at some of those, people in political parties. I won't like to mention their names now, whereby someone can come on here to say that 2 Pullion vans who entered into someone else's house entered by mistake. How won't you attract abuse from the people? No, when you say some things that are just outrageous, you just you get the consequences of it. So I don't think in every space that I've said earlier, there will surely be the good ones and the bad ones. So she shouldn't just hype it, like just scrap, throw away the whole social media just because there are just few bad ones there. We notice that social media is being used to make campaigns during political seasons. There's this guy who actually this guy, a chess master or something, that went to Oshodi and is actually empowering youth even outside Nigeria, and I think is now in a particular I think a country around, I think Western Africa or something like that. maybe Angola or something, is there right now in the country, you know, trying to ensure that people learn how to play chess, just to empower them and put them out there to society for them to be useful. So social media can be used in a lot of good ways, not just looking at the bad ones there. No.
See, if I'm to, what I would say on this issue is this: you shouldn't listen to. Not everyone should be your role model, and you shouldn't listen to everyone. Anybody can talk, but everyone should not be your role model.
Don't just download anything they say, hook, line, and sinker.
You choose the ones that you think will be of
useful for you
and useful to you. That's my word. I think we've come to the end of the program.
Yes.
This morning. I want to say a special thank you to all our viewers,
all our
those
callers
at home and in diaspora, and all of our callers. Thanks for always being part of this show. Thanks for making us proud. Thanks for always contributing to what we are doing here. We appreciate you all. Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do appreciate you, Mr. Damian Osaz, Mr. Udezi Chima, Mr. Samuel, Mr. Samson and Samuel was not.
Yes, Mrs. Gladys
Mrs. Gladys.
Yes, mom of triplets. Thank you.
Yeah.
Chris Ogenetega. King Joe Ogba. Thank you too. Anthony Toby. Yep. Boluwaga,
Jacob D,
yes,
and the likes.
Thank you. Ja Trooks, that was our first caller, Obibweze. I remember that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Precious Ikedi, we appreciate you. Uche Frank, Jacob D.
I think it's been a while since Push Mom joined us on the program.
It's been a while. Maybe he's watching silently. And then Nigerian Future, we didn't see you today. But thank you.
So you didn't get your flattery messages from Nigerian Future.
All right,
thank God. That shows that I'm not actually a potato. Even if no one appreciates me, I know I'm fine.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for always joining us. I'm Olajide Taufik Olamide.
Yes, and I remain Gladys Aloze.
We see you tomorrow for another section of the program.
Lagos this morning.
I say flip this morning.
Be careful.
Sorry.
Lagos this morning.
Lagos this morning.
And yes, to our man behind the camera, Mr. Manfred.
Mr. Manfred Umbre, the man behind is the one making the things happening. Without him, you won't be seeing us. So let's say a very big shout out to him too as well. And he's blushing behind the camera.
Yes, and of course today is WCW, like I'm a woman. Yeah, crushing on myself. Thank you.
Yeah, so shout out to all women out there, all mothers, all what's it called?
Yeah, shout out to mom of triplets, shout out to Gladys Oyabo and all the women. Mr. Udezi-Chima, shout out to your wife.
Mr. Damian Osas, shout out to
your wife
or girlfriend.
We don't know if you're married, but thank you so much, everyone. See you same time tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye. You do have a lovely day ahead.
Yeah.
100 naira eko, that's